if you guys can see in there, but I got a serpentine belt that wraps all the way around. I gotta change the alternator in this thing. My two batteries here on the stairs. I got the bulkhead off here. I gotta change the alternator in there. I charged these overnight. Got the new alternator that's gotta go in here. I had a lot of problems with these alternators. These particular alternators cannot be rebuilt, according to the one guy I deal with that does just alternators and starters. So this is like my third one. Thing will just die on me. It won't charge. I'll have to get home on battery power. So see if I can put a little video together, changing it out. First thing I gotta do, I gotta get into the truck here with a 1/2-inch socket ratchet, and I gotta lock the belt tensioner open so the belt is released and I can take the alternator off. Alright guys, you can see the alternator down the side there in the front. So I have taken it out before, I have gotten it out. It's going to be a little bit of a job. It's the dip tube for the transmission right there. First thing I gotta do is loosen up that belt tensioner and disconnect the battery so I get this thing off of here. I don't know if you can see this, so I'm gonna try to explain it. I had to put my socket on this retention here, and there's a little tiny retaining clip. You have to pull this down with a ratchet and slide that clip over the hold the tensioner with the slack on it. Now the belt's loose, so when I'm done I'll have to move this back and I'll take that little dog off, and then the retentioner will take the tension on the belt. I don't know if you can see that little thing in there. See if I can point to it. It's right here. The retentioner had that little, it's just a little piece of metal that floats there that you have to crank this in and then lock it open. See that little piece of metal? It's like a tin. It's kind of tinny looking thing. That's holding it open. I can change the alternator. Now the belt's loose. I'll leave this socket in here for now because I'm going to need it to put the belt back into operation. Just put cardboard now and slid underneath because with that there, it was too fat to fit under there. Yeah, see the front of this truck lifts right up. I got my my condenser out. I had to get another one. I think it was leaking. AC. I'll do is I'll disconnect these batteries so I don't have to worry about getting shocked on the inside there, ruining anything. I'll disconnect a couple of these connectors here, probably the two positives for now. This converter I got here is dead too. I gotta take that out. I got a new one coming. Alright guys, I got the two positives off there. Oh. I got them two electrical disconnected. Now I gotta get these 3 bolts holding it in. I'll take these 2 and see what I gotta do on that top one. Maybe I can get that out without moving this line here. That's what my intention is. I got the belt slid off the pulley. What a bitch. Alright guys, I got the new alternator and I just have to tighten up the bolts now. What I had to do on the other side was I had to use a long extension and a swivel bit. I had to get way down in there with a swivel to get the other one out and get the new one in. with a socket up here, ratchet up here, but I was able to get it. Alright guys, I got it roll back in there tight. I got the electrical hooked up. I'll put this dog box back on here, and we'll hook up the batteries and we'll try it. I think that's gonna be fine now. It's Christmas Eve. Usually I would take this to my mechanic, but happened last night on the way home from work. I was able to get it into my garage so I could work on it. These guys aren't even around today. So if I need a truck, I had to do it myself, so there it is. I was putting out like 11.4 volts on the way home. It was basically running on battery power on the way home. Luckily I was in town. It's happened to me before a couple of times. These alternators don't last. Pieces of shit. There's the dog box. There's just two latches on the top there that slide in, lock in. I got this, let me slide this little shelf right in there for storage. My GPS and my tablet, and that's where my phone goes, so when I'm driving I can see all that stuff on demand. Alright guys, I got the batteries all hooked back up here. It's right in the steps there. I'll have to see if it fires up, but I'm thinking it does. Hope so, because I got some no heat calls to go on. Here's the old alternator. Well, let's start. My battery light's not on. It's gonna take a little while to build up for the batteries because they were low. They're like 14.7. Wasn't charging, there'd be a red little battery signal there. Batteries are charging obviously because they were drained. I did a trickle charge, but not the same as alternator charge. Great GPS 7-inch, beautiful. Garmin. Got a little button on the back here. Navigation, I can be driving, and there's my GPS. Check on emails and shit with this if I want them. Tablet. GPS are pretty cool. My little tablet here, checking emails, and got my phone over there. You get up to the exit, it shows you what the exit looks like. Pretty cool. 7-inch screen. I like the new GPS, they're a lot better than the older ones, I'll tell you. See the exit coming up. There's the sign right there. That's pretty fucking cool right there.
Take exit 40 on the left.